Let's get started here. And we got Akko for this stream too, which is nice. We had to play that. Pretty good high skills too. This is gonna be a long stream as well, due to the next node being quite a bit of nodes. Alright, let's get started. Aurora. Right before we sell a couple of these lower level craft essences. Alright, good morning everyone. My gosh, that bed was just so comfortable. Glad to hear it. That makes all the trouble I went through to get the mattress just right worth it. Fairy beds are just imitations of real beds, so the mattresses might as well have been boulders before I adjusted them. I'm here as well, if you like. I'd be happy to play a song to help you all wake up. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get going. Whoa there, I'm glad you're so fired up, but let's just take it easy, okay? Yes, none of the High Queen soldiers are here in Salisbury, but she definitely has sympathizers here. So we just need to play it cool and casual, okay? You're going out, Da Vinci, so you're not going to wait tables with your beautiful roller skating today? Sorry, I'm off to do some sightseeing, but don't worry, I'll help out in the afternoon. Alright, that was our deal, wasn't it? Hey, you there, I don't know which clan you're from, but you better not tire Da Vinci out. You're here? Huh. What's up, Paragon? Something on your mind? I was just thinking the sky looks awfully similar to how it did yesterday. Oh, that? Yeah, I was surprised by that at first too. The weather here never changes. It's got one sky pattern for day, another for the night, and that's it. Yo, Scorpio, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. It does supposedly rain here sometimes, but apparently it's just always cloudy here. No blue skies. Huh, blue skies. Your Britain skies turn blue sometimes? Oh yes, when there are no clouds in the sky, it becomes a beautiful shade of blue as far as the eye can see. Though that's not to say these skies aren't beautiful in their own right. So the same color as blue bells then. That's what your skies looks like. Wow. Chain together though. Oh yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Hey listen, I was ready to go the previous week, but you were out of commission. I said it's all right. Then your world must be very bright and beautiful. The kind of place where everyone always smiles and helps one another, no matter how hard life gets. Anyway, shall we start gathering information then? Oh, and I need to pretend to be Paragon's owner, right? Oh, then maybe I'll try acting like a big shot and go into one of those restaurants I've heard so much about. Did you know they won't even let you into a wood woes without an attendant? Hey, as long as there are a lot of fairies there, I'm good with whatever. Okay, let's scope the place out while we pretend to just be taking a walk. We'll also want to keep our ears peeled for any juicy rumors and talk to people ourselves at times. Have I heard anything about a fairy in iron armor? What, you guys interested in joining the High Queen's army? Don't bother, nothing good will come from joining them now. This is the year Einzel prophesies about, remember? The child of prophecy will appear this year and bring salvation to all. Who knows, maybe the High Queen will finally cut us a break on our taxes if she actually takes a few licks for once. Huh, you're not looking to join? You're looking for a lost companion? Huh, afraid we can help you then. Oh man, goodness. I'm glad to see you're back up and running, man. That's good, but dang, man, goodness. Not the strawberry, man. Iron armor. You won't find anything like that here. You'll have to go to Norwich for iron. They ought to still be making those silly weapons up there. At least if Spriggan hasn't shut down the mine. What kind of weapons, you say? What else? Swords, spears, bows, axes. You know, the usual. I swear I never thought I'd see the day fairies would use iron weapons, of all things. What could the High Queen be thinking? Still, at least the child of prophecy should do something about all that. We just gotta be patient a little longer. Hey, have you guys heard the latest about the calamity pool in Norwich? They say Norwich sky is pitch black now, even during daytime. There's no way they're going to last much longer there, not with such calamity present. I mean, between all the iron, soot, noise, and humans there, they have no time to blame but themselves. But even so, I just can't help but worry. I mean, what are we going to do if Norwich refugees decide to come here to Salisbury? We have so much history here, and we got too many Earth Clan fairies as it is. But Lady Aurora is so kind, I can't imagine her turning them away. You're looking for something? Are you searching just in Salisbury, or all of Britain? If it's all of Britain, these fairies here aren't going to be much help. It's so nice here in Salisbury that nobody ever wants to leave. If you want to know what's going on in the other cities, you'll just have to visit them yourself. Oh, but you don't have wings, do you? Well, that rules that out then. If Moors get you, it's all over. Anyway, wonder what's tonight's festival going to be about. I hope it's another play about the child of prophecy and the evil witch. I love the part where the High Queen and her dog knight finally gets what's coming to them. Worn out. Fed up. Dejected. Okay, so not much luck today, huh? I mean, I wasn't really expecting to find a solid lead just one day. But all anyone wanted to talk about was the child of prophecy. They barely even listened to what we had to say. Indeed, that last fairy even tried to get us to buy some questionable child of prophecy merchandise. I haven't seen a whole city so feverishly excited about something other than Christmas. A child of prophecy craze. Sounds like there's a lot of money to be made here. I wonder who this child of prophecy could be, anyway. Yeah, the only other thing these fairies wanted to talk about besides the child of prophecy were the rumors going around about Norwich, the eastern port town. I gotta say, it's made me really curious about this child of prophecy too. Wonder what kind of fairy they are. If they really are planning to fight Morgan like the prophecy says, maybe we could even convince them to help us. What do you think? Should we try looking for this child of prophecy as well, Mash? Any fairy who can get the other fairies so excited must be incredibly strong and brave. Good day, everyone. I'm back once again. Oh, not as many customers today, I see. It's Oberon, the debitor. Hey there, having a little lunch after your morning walk around the city, huh? Anyway, it looks like you're all having fun. Hope you don't mind if I join you. I'm a passable fighter at best, but I'm a master of killing with compliments. Much more peaceful that way. Here, I'll show you. Before long, I'll be heaping so much praise on Alteria, she'll be begging for mercy. Alteria? Why? Huh, you mean you haven't told him yet, Alteria? Oh, he's about to spill the beans. The child of prophecy everyone's on about. That's her. I just assumed you knew, since she's got King Arthur's name and all. I mean, yeah, the thought did cross my mind once I heard you were named Alteria. But still, you? Alteria? Really? I mean, let's be real. You have less magical energy than most fairies, right? You might have better magical circuits than a human. Well, since you're a fairy, I guess it'd be Age of Gods pattern. Anyway, they're still below average for a fairy. Hell, even Mike there must be stronger than you. So how can you be the child of prophecy, meant to defeat the High Queen? I know, you're right. It doesn't make sense, does it? I'm sorry. I know it's not right that someone like me is carrying around the staff of selection. Still, it's not like we know for certain that I'm the child of prophecy. There's a chance I might not be. Besides, I don't really have the guts to fight the High Queen or the drive, or the determination. I don't belong to any of the clans either, and I have so little magical energy that I have to fudge it with magecraft. I can't even get close to the bells I'm supposed to ring. I mean, I do plan to do the best I can in spite of all that. But let's just say it's a very uphill battle. Honestly, I still don't know why I was chosen. You don't think you can do this, Alteria? I don't know. All I can say is that if I really am the child of prophecy, then there must be some way for me to fight. It's why I was born, it's how I was raised. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm completely hopeless. Yes, that's correct. This one has like 6 nodes or 7 nodes into that one section. The last time I came to Salisbury was to meet with the head of the Wind Clan. But I ended up deciding to try Manchester next because nobody here would even give me the time of day. I see, so that's why you didn't say anything sooner. Fairies can sense how much magical energy you got at a glance, so I'm sure they only laughed when you told them you were the child of prophecy. I bet they also yelled at you and told you not to lie. They did, so I thought I'd start by convincing the head of the clan who I was. But they just turned me away at the gate. The head of the Wind Clan, huh? That'd be Aurora. Personally, I think you're pretty great as you are now, but I can see why'd you feel the need to boost your prestige. Well, if that's the only problem, I can take care of it right now. Oh, what do you mean by that, Oberon? I mean, I can get you a meeting with Aurora if you want. He's got connections. There, see how easy we got in? Take a look. This is the heart of Salisbury, the home of its great bell. Ask Cathedral, the oldest and largest building in all of Fairy Britain. Now then, Aurora's room is on the top floor, so what say we start heading up? I've already sent word of our arrival, so we shouldn't have any trouble with the, hang on. Good day, King of Autumn Woods. Your visit is sudden and unexpected, but we welcome you here all the same. However, it seems I must remind you that this cathedral is the holy ground, where kings and queens are made. The esteemed site of High Queen Morgan's coronation 2,000 years ago. As such, regardless of how much affection Lady Aurora may have for you, I cannot allow such lowly creatures as humans to enter, attendants or not. Guards, to me, capture these unidentified fairies and that disgusting human. If the human submits, very well. However, should he attempt to resist or flee, dispose of him. That goes for Oberon too, of course. You didn't show him any leniency. Yo! How you doing, Delante? We've received complaints about him from pubs across the city demanding that he pays his tabs. Dang. My, this isn't how I expected things to go. Maybe he's not actually popular as he claims. If those are your orders, Lady Coral, then we'll gladly comply. But are you sure about this? Lady Aurora told us to let him through right away. She seemed thrilled about his visit. Don't you talk back to me. You may have been chosen to be guards. We're still mere humans. Know your place. Unless, of course, you'd rather I turned you into rabbits so you don't have to be human anymore. No, my lady. I'm very sorry about this, Lord Oberon. It really is nothing personal. We're just doing our jobs. It seems we have no choice but to do battle, even though their hearts clearly aren't in it. Come, Paragon. Let's show them how strong we truly are. Alright, let's see what you got for me here, D. Alright, this is 1. Oh, there you are. I found you. Alright, since we're up against Saber, we're going to definitely use an archer here. Let's see what we have here. We'll use Artillery Pendragon, the archer. Alright, so it's arts. Oh no, I found you. Second refresh, found it. Actually, I want to play with Akko. Even though we don't have advantage, let's play Akko. Hey, listen, I got Akko. We're gonna use Akko. That's okay. These are probably these guards aren't probably tough. Let's get rid of this. Increase quick card effectiveness, arts, and the other one, Christian. Apply pop. Nullifies demerits from your skills and null phantasm. Okay. Flat armor. Okay, let's try out these magic bullets. Join the Super Akko MP Commander. Buster and extra attacks target all enemies. Okay.
最新の魔法を見せてあげる。ビッグウェーブイングランド。遠い楽園、開かれた希望、香るひとひらを送りましょう。兆しを抱いて歩みなさい。ウィング・オブ・アバロン。告げる。青を示す名において。ノット、セイン、ファイア、タイムレス・ワール。スイミングの時間です。勝利をせい。カリバー。
And she got it again. I'll have her kill this thing with a defense buff.
ビッグウェーブイングランド。サポートお願いね。遠慮はしませんとも。スイミングの時間です。勝利をせい。カリバー。そういうところよ。狙い撃ちです。たまにはこういう催しもいいものですね。
You see that, Coral? You see what Paragon and I are capable of? This is what happens when we look down on people for being human or having no money. Probably not a good time to point out that Oberon was just standing behind them, cheering. Very well, it would seem that humans is indeed not your typical expendable worker. And Lady Aurora does love rare and unusual things. It's part of what makes her so strong. Alright, just this once, I'll grant you an audience with her, but don't let this go to your head. Rare and unusual things are only interesting the first time you see them. Once the novelty wears off, they become worthless. If I were you, I would try to make the most of this good fortune, as you won't have many other such chances in the future. Hello, Oberon. What delightful story do you have for me today? You know so very many things, so I'm sure it must be something special. Whatever it is, I can't wait to hear it. I could use some cheer after all the unfortunate news recently. I don't think it was possible to go blind from sheer splendor until today. Why yes, I have two things for you today. One is something you absolutely must know. The other is a request for a small favor. But don't worry, I won't take much of your time at all. That said, could I first make a somewhat selfish request? You see, I like to keep what I'm about to tell you just between us. You don't mind keeping secrets, right? Oh my, you're a naughty one, aren't you? I don't usually care for scary stories. But a little thrill does sound like fun. Would you give us some privacy, Corel? Lady Aurora! That's alright, I know we can trust him, so it's only right I answer in kind. As you wish, but please don't hesitate to call for me if you should change your mind. You'll have to forgive Coral. She's a very proud girl, and she can be quite inflexible. She probably gave you a very harsh welcome again, didn't she? I'm just glad to see you're not hurt. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, friends of Oberon. I am Aurora, head of the Wind Clan and Lord of Salisbury. Now, what did you come to tell me today? Whoa, I guess it's no surprise that the whole mood just changed in here. Figure she didn't become the head of the clan through her beauty alone. So the thing is, we're having trouble finding a companion of ours. Oh my. How many years has it been since a human spoke so frankly to me? Oh, how delightfully different. Tell me, what's your name? Are you a free citizen? What kind of pedigree do you... Evening, how you doing? I'm so sorry, you already served this fine young fairy, don't you? Oh goodness, how rude of me. Really, Aurora, you must do something about your tendency to take in every stray human you find. Aurora, she's really chill. Otherwise, you'll eventually have every human in Britain living in Salisbury. And I'm sure you don't need any more resistance from your fellow clan members, seeing how you're the only one who favors coexistence. Yes, I know, you're right, of course. But when I saw those big puppy eyes of his begging me for help, well, I just couldn't resist. Good grief. Well, this is exactly why I brought him to see you to begin with. Remember what I told you before about Kalia and the other world called proper human history? Well, this boy here is the master of Chaldea, and the two people behind him are servants, not fairies. Oberon. Don't worry, it's okay. Aurora here may be from Fairy Britain, but she thinks a lot like the fairies of proper human history. It's hot? Oh hell yeah. It was record high today and record high yesterday. It was crazy, man. And while she never come out and say it, she's not happy with the state of things in Britain either, right? It's been 2,000 years now since Britain fell into Morgan's hands. It's good. It's going good. I still gotta do a good amount of missions, but it's going pretty well. And you've been here watching it unfold every step of the way. Did you finish yours? You think it's time for Morgan's reign to end, regardless of what form that takes? I remember how your eyes sparkled with hope when I told you about the outside world. Paragon here has come to Britain solely to defeat Morgan. He's not even thinking about what happens afterwards. Suffice to say, he also has no intention of ruling in Morgan's place once she's gone. Once the Callians leave, whether Britain lives or die will be for you and your fellow fairies to decide. Can you accept the challenge quest? Okay. Kalia is definitely not going to care if you try to save what's left of it. They'll gladly stay out of your way. Morgan is their only concern, nothing more. So it seems. While that girl in the back doesn't seem very happy that you're telling me this boy here isn't denying anything you say. So you're travelers from another world, a Britain that went down the right path. It's still hard to believe, but maybe this too is Einzel's guidance at work. Either way, one thing is clear, since we both have our own troubles, it's only right that we help one another. Paragon, was it? You have my permission to act in Salisbury however you see fit, even if your action should be in opposition to the land of the Fae. Well, that's nice, we got her blessing. If you're looking for a lost companion, then I'll lend you my eyes for my fellow... of my fellow wind fairies in the other city. Yo, what up, Eric? How you doing? I can't contact my compatriots in Norwich at the moment, but I will have my wind fairies in Oxford, Gloucester, New Darlington, and in Camelot help you in your stretch. Chilling? Cooling down, yeah. From the outside, that's extremely hot. You need only tell Coral what your companion looks like. I just hope my clan can be of assistance. That's great, but are you sure it's okay? It's 81? Wait, let me look again. Let's check, let me check. Sorry, I meant 86 feels like 91. Yes, that's correct. Yep. 91, yep. That's great, but are you sure it's okay? You mean for me to help Chaldea? I see you're both a kind and honest boy, Paragon. True, as a citizen of Fairy Britain, perhaps it is wrong of me to help you. Like, oh, my bad. What is that, like what, 27 Celsius? You gotta do what, the 5 9ths and stuff, right? That's alright, I got you. Or is it like 9 5s? But I'm more concerned with us Fae folk way of life than I am with retaining this land itself. The High Queen is a great woman, certainly. But the path we are on now will not lead us anywhere good. 27 ain't too bad. All that said, I still like to keep this relationship of ours on the down low for the time being. Oh man, once it's that dry heat, oh my goodness. Especially when you're driving down there, oh man. After all, you are the head of a clan. If Morgan finds out you sided with Chaldea in proper human history, she may have all the Wind Clan fairies killed. So this collaboration should be kept quiet so we can deny knowing anything about each other in case things come to that. All the Wind Clan fairies dead, so not even you could defeat the High Queen Morgan if you face her directly. No, I couldn't. She could wipe us all out with one flick of her finger. I see. She's really something, isn't she? Oh yes, she's a very special fairy. The only one who could hope to defeat her is the Child of Prophecy, for Izel's last prediction. It's too bad this child has yet to reveal themselves. I can only hope they come save us as soon as possible. He's gonna do it. He's really gonna do it. How right you are, Aurora. I may very well be about to make your day. There's someone I'd like you to meet. Huh? What are you doing, Oberon? Please stop. That's right. Alteria here is none other than the Star of Hope, who hails from Tentigle. Born alongside the staff of selection that will bring Morgan to justice. She is the one, the only Child of Prophecy. Go on now, don't be shy. Oberon. Dang. You do have some delightful friends, Oberon. I'd love to be tackled to the ground like that myself sometime. Oh dang, Aurora, that's how you moving. Why, thank you. I can't say I expected such a direct method of silencing me either. Still, Alteria would never say anything if I hadn't put her on the spot like that. She's kind of a late bloomer, you see, and she's still not confident about being the Child of Prophecy. So we were hoping you might be able to offer her your seal of approval. Say, for example, maybe she could ring one of the bells mentioned in the prophecy. Wow, even I wouldn't have come up with that. Impressive. No, that I'm afraid I can't allow. Wait, what? Well, there is indeed a bell said to be the voice of the Wind Clan right above this room. I can only let her ring it once she has proven herself to me. Words alone will not suffice. She will need to demonstrate her abilities, so there can be no question. You said your name was Alteria, yes? And it seems you do indeed have the Staff of Selection. I still don't understand what the Staff of Selection truly signifies. The only one who does is Einzel, the head of the Mirror Clan. And no one has seen any member of the Mirror Clan for years. All I can do is see for myself whether you have the makings of a king. And how exactly do you propose to do that? Oh my, what a lovely voice. And here I thought you may be mute. Very well. Out of respect for those dulcet tones, I'll tell you my conditions. Alteria, Paragon, I'd like you to show me that there's still hope for our world. So here's my test to see if Britain can still be changed. As you know, we fairies are plagued by a dark fate. Every 100 years, a calamity befalls us, a curse that not even Morgan herself has been able to dispel. For the last few months, there has been a powerful moor current winding its way through Norwich, a calamity pool. If you two can rid Norwich of this calamity, then I will gladly give you access to Salisbury's spell. They'll destroy the hunt and then come back victorious. And that was all one node, by the way. One node was like 40 minutes. Okay, let's continue. Alright, here we go. So, she wants us to get rid of the calamity in Norwich. Huh, I don't think she'd be the one to bring it up. What is the calamity in Norwich? I don't know much about these calamities either, since I've never seen one for myself, but I have heard plenty of stories. Apparently, they're a kind of natural disaster that befalls Fairy Britain every 100 years. I've heard about these calamities too, and I've also already told Paragon about them. Norwich is a port town in eastern Britain, and apparently it's been showing signs that it'll be the home of the next calamity for a few months now. They say there's a ton of black soot rising into the air that's gathered above it like rain clouds. Aurora said she'd permit us to ring the bell as long as we can resolve this calamity, right? Soon we need to disperse these clouds as soot, huh? Unfortunately, I never learned any magecraft that could do that. Well, that's okay. Norwich is a tall enough order that I think we can forget about it for the time being. Right now, our top priority is finding Mash. And now that Aurora is helping us do that, we should receive some word of her whereabouts in a few days. So all you guys need to do is wait at the inn until then. Then again, doing nothing might not be the best use of our time. Okay, I'll send you a list of things you can do to earn money and gather information later then. Later? Why later? Well, you know, I thought about what Coral said. I probably should see about paying my tab before I start racking up more. Okay, that's all for now. I'll see you all again in 3 days. There, that should get them to rest up in Salisbury at least a little more. Oh, here comes his monologue. Meanwhile, I got my work to cut out for me. First, I need to go find out what's going on in Norwich. Oh, welcome back, Blanca. How's the situation up north? How far have Conk and Robbie forces advanced? Huh, another child of prophecy has shown up there? Oh, these are like clones. I definitely wasn't expecting that. Ainsel didn't say anything about there being 2 of them in her prophecy. This puts Alteria in an even more precarious position. I thought I'd have a little more time. Yes, of course. Alteria is the real child of prophecy. That much was never in doubt. But it won't matter who the real one is. What matters will be who the fairies believe is the real one. Still, it's not all bad. Let's focus on the silver lining here. A false child of prophecy in the north is bound to draw Morgan's attention, so she'll get smited by that light beam. Which means Alteria and Paragon should be safer now. That'll give me time to ensure they grow stronger. They're not ready for Norwich. They need to experience Britain for themselves, and to gain the power to adapt to and conquer its challenges. Do we really have time for that, you say? You're a tough crowd, aren't you, Blanca? But you have to take your time with the opening act. That's how it was for us at first too, remember? Something wrong, Alteria? Oh no, I'm fine. I was just nervous since I'm not used to speaking with the head of the entire clan. Sorry, I've got a lot on my mind. I think I'm just going to turn in for the night. Let's meet up here tomorrow morning, okay? Bye for now. Looks like we'll have to readjust our perceptions of her too. Come on, Paragon. Tristan, let's head back to our room. We should talk about our next moves while it's still safe to do so. Okay, that's everything that's happened so far in nice, tidy report. It's all yours now, Typhone. Take it away, my little familiar. There, that takes care of our report in the storm border. We should hear back from them in about 2 days. Now let's go over everything we learned so far. That said, our main topic isn't Morgan, but here's the thing. They say they have like less than a day on the real world time to do it. Well, of course, time moves slower here, so I wonder how fast that bird's gonna travel in the real world time, just to send them a note. The child of prophecy who's supposedly going to defeat her, right? Yep, the truth is we've been dropping our guard around her a little too much. At first we thought it was just a coincidence that she shared a name with King Arthur and didn't think about it any further, but we can now say for certain that she is the Lostbelt's King Arthur. I'm sure I don't need to remind you two that Caldia already confronted the legends about King Arthur in the Sixth Singularity. But I still think it's worth our time to quickly refresh our memories of those legends, just so we're all on the same page. The legend of King Arthur takes place in the 5th century, a time where Britain was in great turmoil. It began with the collapse of the Continental Empire, with the empire no longer keeping Britain safe. It came under frequent attack by the Saxons, a foreign enemy who crossed the sea to attack British shores. At the time, Britain was an island nation ruled by many different clans and those clans' kings, while there were always constant squabbles between the clans. There was also war with the Picts up in the north, where the clans' kings agreed to work together. But one king created an irreparable rift in this alliance. He used the other clans for his own ends, with the goal ultimately uniting all of Britain. His name was Vortigern. He was said to be the avatar of the white dragon born from Britain itself, made it to bring it to ruin. Vortigern invited the Saxons to the Isle, throwing it into chaos. Lolium, the fortress city that served as the heart of Britain during the Empire's reign, was destroyed. Vortigern then defeated and killed Uther Pendragon, the greatest king of all of Britain. And so, Britain entered a dark age, a time where none on the island could escape its imminent destruction. However, hope still remained. King Uther's most trusted aide, Merlin, then the great mage who had long kept Britain safe, told people that this too was all part of the prophecy. King Uther had already chosen his successor, they shall be the next king. Whoever draws the sword of selection from the stone shall be Britain's king. Many knights tried their hand at drawing the sword, but none of them succeeded. It was only once the knights had all left, convinced that the sword of selection was no more than a delusion, that a young squire of 15, a boy who had been raised without ever knowing he was King Uther's son, came and drew the sword from the stone with no one there to bear witness. The sword was Caliburn, and the boy did indeed go on to become the King of Britain. Arthur Pendragon, the knight amongst knights, or as we know her, Alteria Pendragon. After announcing himself as King Uther's successor, King Arthur assembled the lords of Britain and led them to 12 magnificent victories against the Saxons. In doing so, he proved himself an invincible king, the undefeated king of knights. But unbeknownst to him, the Saxons weren't his only enemy. The greatest threat the king of knights faced came from within his own family. Vortigern, the avatar of the White Dragon who defeated King Arthur's father, Uther, and brought Britain to his knees. Morgan, the fairy queen who declared it was Britain's very will that she become his own ruler. Morgan's machinations succeeded in robbing the king of knights of Caliburn, but the fairies gave him an even greater sword. The sword was Excalibur, a sacred sword forged within the planet's inner sea. In the world of magecraft, it's considered a divine construct, an ultimate weapon meant to destroy that which threatens the very planet. And laying claim to the sword's sacred sword, King Arthur became Britain's savior in both name and in deed. After a climactic battle with Vortigern in the ruins of Londlium, King Arthur, with the help from the fairies, built the towering white castle of Camelot. Lords from all across the isle came to Camelot to serve the King of Knights. They became the Knights of the Round Table, where all were treated as equals. It's a bit odd telling the story with Tristan here, but this is how the Knights of the Round Table were formed. And Tristan's like, I remember it like it was yesterday. Lancelot, the knights from the France blessed by a lady of the lake. Gawain, the heir of the Orkney blessed by the sun. Tristan, nephew of the Duke of Cornwall and the Prince of Tragedy. He, well, you know, are also said to be the symbol of the Romantic period. That's right, those are the proud knights of the Round Table, my cherished friends who filled its 13 seats. Sturdy Percival, clever Kay, loyal Bedivere, earnest Garrus. I haven't heard no K. I don't think we have K and Garrus. I don't know. I haven't heard no Garrus either, but I heard the other guys like Percival and Bedivere. Oh yeah, those guys were in the store in the FGO already. Kind-hearted Gareth, Argument the Enforcer. Yeah, I have a Gareth. Argument, I can't remember that one. Palamedes the Duelist. Tacturum Mordred. Ah, Mordred. Oh, okay. And the greatest knight of all, chosen by the Holy Grail, Galahad, the Revelation. In addition to King Arthur, the first seat, you could also count King Pellinore, King Arthur's trusted advisor, and Bors, the future 11th seat for 15 in total. At any rate, those are the knights of the Round Table. I knew when they were at their peak. That prick Galahad, the one who abandoned us, he's like, listen fam, you use me as a shield for the last time, I'm walking out. Yeah, the Knights of the Round Table peak is also the happiest time in the Legends of King Arthur. But I don't blame him, man. He took that light of from Solomon. He's like, oh man, you just burned up the shield. You just broke the shield. You know what? You broke the shield, so you broke me. I'm out. He's like, deuces, I'm out. While other problems would present themselves in the quest of the Holy Grail and the decisive battles against the Picts and the Saxons. It was the affairs between Lancelot and Guinevere, King's Arthur's queen, that changed things forever. Once their affair came to light, the Knights of the Round Table became shadows of their former selves. During an expedition to the Roman Empire, Mordred took advantage of King Arthur's absence and staged a rebellion. That was the beginning of what would later be known as King Arthur's final battle, the Battle of Camlan. It was in this battle that King Arthur drew his final breath. Bedivere personally returned the sacred sword to the fairies. Is how it went originally. But this, and I like the FGO's spin on it though. Bedivere's like, I couldn't throw the sword in the water. I've been waiting for you all these years. And then just to give you the sword back. And the final chapter of ancient Britain's history was concluded. After that, King Arthur's body was brought to Avalon, the paradise at the world's end, by the fairies of the lake, as the future king who would one day return to life. And that's the quick and dirty version of the Legend of King Arthur. Thanks for listening. Oh wow, it's already nighttime. So with all that in mind, let's get back to the British Lostbelt. In proper human history, the King Arthur drew the sword of selection while he was still an unknown boy. And amidst the hope, envy, admiration, and prejudice of the other knights, ascended to the throne as king. Meanwhile, here in fairy Britain, Alteria may still be unknown and unrecognized. But even so, she wields the staff of selection, and she was traveling across Britain on her own as a child of prophecy. So she's got the same name, the same face, and the same destiny. No way all that can be coincidence. Which means Alteria is the world's King Arthur. She's destined to be Britain's savior. Is this world's King Arthur? Okay. Britain's savior, huh? But why now? King Arthur saved Britain in the 5th century, but this is 2019. If she really is British savior, shouldn't she have shown up in the distant past? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not sure why her story is taking place now either. But I did overhear one interesting thing from some local fairies. Apparently the child of prophecy is the reincarnation of Essex the Savior, and was sent here to save Britain once again. Oh, Ask the Savior? We have that unit too. Okay, that's cool. So is that like the second fake child of prophecy? Like the Lady of the Lake? Alright. Ask, as in the world tree from Norse mythology? Yep, or at least it's the same name. See, once Morgan began ruling Britain, she officially named this period of time the era of the High Queen. And the timing lines up exactly with when proper human history changed to after death. But while proper human history stopped in the year 2019, in this world, the year 2019 of the era of the High Queen is still unfolding. And the previous era, also known as Before Common in proper human history terms, is called the Fey era. Furthermore, during the Fey era, there's apparently a fairy who saved Britain from the calamities countless times. Ask the Savior. Apparently, there are only a few fairies left who still remember her. Hector the Immortal, Grand Duke, Waste Heat, Wideneck, Grimmer the Sage and Tatarat the First Knight. But they still speak of her legend in hushed tones. So, if a savior showed up in this world before, that may mean Fairy Britain has a system for such things. Something akin to the counterforce that the Isle itself uses to fight back when Britain is in danger. And if that's true, it will explain why Alteria was only born now, in this time. Plus, we're going up against High Queen freaking Morgan here. Who else but King Arthur would fight her? A savior reborn. Anyway, that took longer than I expected, but now that we've gone over everything, I'm going to make 2 suggestions. First, I think we should continue working with Alteria Caster. While we don't necessarily have to destroy this Lostbelt, it does seem pretty clear that we need to face High Morgan at one point. And when we do, having the Child of Prophecy on our side can only work to our advantage. And second, I think we should keep our goals, including Caldia's whole deal, to ourselves. It's fine to tell her about proper human history. Hell, it'd be impossible to communicate if we did it. But we shouldn't reveal that we eliminated 5 other Lostbelts to date. I know it's not the most honest move, but sometimes not laying all your cards on the table is the way to go. Like I said before, there's something strange about this world, even for a Lostbelt. There's still way too much we don't know. So, until we have a much better understanding of what's going on here, I want to keep our goal at stopping Britain from disappearing. Even if we actually end up having to fight it after saving it. So we're going to keep all this from Alteria. That's right. I'm sorry, Paragon. I know that won't be easy for you. My guess, she's probably like eavesdropping already. She knows the truth. But for what it's worth, my intuition is telling me things aren't going to come to that. I have a feeling we're going to save Britain, stop this collapse from destroying our world, and go our separate ways with a smile, without ever having to do battle with Britain. Alright. Now let me type out the Q here. This is where we used Azakura earlier. Let's continue with the Q here. Alright. Okay, let's go here. Alright, there he is. Alright, Berserker and Caster. Oh, this is a perfect time to use Akko since it's foreigners. Alright, and then the anti-caster is Rider. Alright, let's use your summer one. I can use my other rider here for fun too. Da Vinci. I have a good amount of riders now. I have her too. Alright, looks good. Morning, everyone. Hope you don't mind that I had brought this before you. You got to try this bread. It's so soft and yummy. Apparently, they make it from, oh right, wheat. Is using wheat for bread that unusual here? Seems that way. Too bad, since they have some of the highest quality wheat I've ever seen, even compared to proper human history. That's right, Da Vinci taught me how to make it. I had no idea you could use flour like that. All this time, I've practically been sitting on a gold mine. So, this fairy lives in this grand building, but he is ignorant of the true value of flour. Fate Paragon Order? Yo, Glitch, how you doing? It seems there are significant knowledge gaps between individual fairies. Yo. What games have you been playing recently? Yep, there are basically two types of fairies. Those who only superficially copy human civilizations, and those who are interested in its inner workings. Basically any Metroidvania. Oh, okay. I've been trying out Expedition 33. That was pretty good. Most fairies are copiers who are satisfied just playing pretend. Oh yeah, I saw there was a bunch of those. Yeah, peak game, man, for those who come after. I'm only maybe 10 hours in though. I'm not that far in there. The thing about fairies is they can do anything without human technology, so you don't have to know how it works. You know how when cars get more reliable, there's less need for drivers to repair them. And so, over time, there are fewer drivers who know how their cars work. It's a lot like that. By the way, I saw the with the game updates, I saw Chrono Arc got an update, and they did some quality of life improvements on that one. That was nice. Whenever fairies feel like bread, they can just create some from their magical energy. Easy peasy. Yeah, they got some quality of life updates. I saw they were coming out with another one too, like a new gacha game too. It's called NTE. But the bread they create the way is just an imitation of bread they had before. Like it was 3D printed. It's like a GTA but anime. They also announced the characters for the new game, Deception Engine. Oh yeah, I have to check that out. Definitely have to check that out. Basically, fairies can't experience culture without some kind of originating data to work from them. Super mid. There's a mixed reviews there. There was like, oh yeah, someone's hype, and some people, you know. So there was like one great trailer, and then the other one's Even Mikey used to be a typical copier. It was only when I started working here that he began caring about the details. I don't think it is. The gameplay will probably get stale quick. It's true. I was a real dull fairy until I met Da Vinci. But now every day is more fun than the last. I love being alive. I used to think preserving humans was a waste of time, but not anymore. Lady Aurora was right. We need humans if we're going to enjoy our lives. If there's one thing humans are good at, is making technology. They come up with all sorts of fascinating things you just don't see in nature. No, you wouldn't catch me dead. Nah, this is this guy. Nah, this guy, he's the one who calls it her Da Vinci, and he was like sobbing. Maybe it was like 2 VODs ago. He was sobbing. He's like, oh, Da Vinci. Oh. Sure, some of those things aren't funny or tasty, like iron and gunpowder. But I come to think of humans as our equals now. Heck, I even say I respect them. When the last owner left this pup to me, I thought it was going to be nothing but a pain in the neck, but now I know better. We need something to live for, something we want to do for our own sakes, not just to fulfill our purpose. There's no way I'm ever going back to just plain old living again. Oh, Silver Palace. Wait, has that come out yet? Because I still got it. I still got it, like pre-downloaded. I tried not yet. Okay, because I still have it like that. I tried the Final Fantasy, still in closed beta. Okay, I tried that Final Fantasy one. Maybe I tried it for like 3 days, and I was like, okay, that's great, and then that's it. But well, there you have it. In general, fairies are really pure of heart, or to put another way, easily influenced. Yeah, Decidulium, yeah. That's not true, Da Vinci. It's all because of you. Not even Lady Aurora ever got me to change my mind like this. So at the end of the day, all we got is the story, right? If the stories carry the game, then great, you get to continue reading it. If not, well, you just... It's either the story, the gameplay, or both, you know? Okay, Mike, in that case, maybe you could learn how to say my name properly already. See, look, even she's been accepting it like Da Vinci all this time. Yeah, really both, yeah. What do you mean? I'm saying it properly. Oh, right, I also got a message for you guys from Oberon. He said to tell you to come to Salisbury Fields for an important learning experience. Huh? A learning experience? Sounds like we got a job to do. He said, come to the fields and get smoked by berserkers and casters everywhere. When I got Akko, new unit came out. I like her transformation. Yeah! Man, I pulled her with the last multi. Witch of the Holy Night? I haven't seen it. Great visual novel? Okay, I'll have to check it out. Let me get this here. Alright, we'll do that. Hey, she's still here. You know, you could just pull, man. She's not like story gated or anything like that. You could go and grab her. She took like what, at least probably at least 100 quartz for me. There's more units that took like 400, like Bradamante, can I say? But like a couple units that took quite a bit for me. I would have to play the game. Hey, they might give you. Actually, I just thought about. Wait, have you ever played FGO? Yeah. Oh yeah, that account was gone for good. Santa Camelot. I don't blame you. That one's pretty hard. Gawain. Gawain is in the name, you know, he always wins. Yes, it is. I saw that Nova Fan I was like, I gotta have that. Okay, I definitely gotta wait. I know there's like some websites that have the FGO stuff. I wonder if that one's still up. Oh, that's right. Certain cards that are AoE. Alice? Oh yeah, Alice is here out here too. I could pick her for support next time someone has her. We're cycling like crazy though.
逃げられない定めなら乗りこなすだけ。やっほー、みんな見てる？危ないぞ。
So now I can do her other ability here against a berserker. Time to see how much it does. Now this is an MP2, Alice. Let's do this. Dang, all that. Well, let's make sure she actually kills. All right, do this. Just. Dang. Goodness. It's okay. I don't know how she did it. But yeah, I'm not sure what in that relations to. I just see it like, alright, she just blasts them. Similar to what Bazette does, kinda. So that's how you're supposed to get rid of those pesky birds. I had no idea. I just kept asking them nicely if they would leave, but they wouldn't listen. Fields are delicate things at times. They require bolder tactics. But I also understand and respect your kind of inclination to not hurt the birds if you don't have to. So I should just leave you a straw likeness of yourself in your field. It will help to deter such behavior. This way the birds will mistake that likeness for you and start by attacking that. Talking about the scarecrow. Which should buy you enough time to do, well, something. Oh my, really? I never would have thought of that. Are you some kind of genius? Oh, well, I wouldn't disagree with that. Pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to use scarecrows. Yeah, she's definitely up there, top 5. I would say for me it's like wait, if I had to sort them, my favorite one of course is Bradamante. Persona 50/50. I'm not sure how she is. She's high energy though, that's for sure. Was Tristan always like that? Pretty much. He might seem like he's got his head on straight, but most of the time he's actually up in the clouds. Still, he can be the perfect knight, at least as long as he has someone to keep him on track. Anyway, the caveat that they're also fairy-made imitation of human society aside, what did you think of Salisbury Fields? They're very spacious. True, regardless of how they got here, the fields themselves are the genuine article. Apparently horticulture has been a big deal up in North Britain for a long time now, but it was never too popular in the south. It wasn't until Aurora stepped in that Salisbury finally got serious about it. Okay. I've seen small fields back in my village, but I've never seen any so big and open before. I wonder why they weren't so more popular up until now. Well, we always had to abandon them whenever the Moors showed up. There aren't many Moors in the north, so there was nothing stopping them from making fields up there. But here in the south, we see Moors all the time, so the only ones who could venture outside the city are really strong fairies. The Fang clan can apparently hold out for a little while by telling themselves that death and war are intertwined. But for weaker fairies like me without any astrality, general knowledge of other worlds, we can't even touch the Moors without putting ourselves at risk. And even if the Moors weren't a problem, we still have to remake the fields every 100 years anyway. You're talking about the calamities, aren't you? Are you scared of them too, even though you all live forever? Of course we are. The only fairies who can survive a calamity are the ones allowed to live in Camelot. All the rest of us can do is suffer and disappear. There's not a fairy in all of Britain who doesn't fear the calamities. I'm not even sure how much longer a Lady Aurora can hold on to her glow. Not after what happened in Norwich. Is what Beryl did? Was Beryl in Norwich? Make no mistake, now that a calamity has come for Norwich, Salisbury has to be next. And when it does, not even Lady Aurora will survive. So why doesn't Lady Aurora run away to Camelot? Actually, no, I'm actually curious. What exactly do these calamities consist of? I'm not sure. The calamities have always been undefined. It's said they take a different form every time they appear. Let's see, I think the last one was the Calamity of Resurrection, which erased all of Darlington. I don't even want to think about what kind of terrifying calamity we'll see next. Why did I have to be born now? Why couldn't my predecessor have held out just for 10 more years? No, never mind that. Why don't the High Queen open up the Camelot to all of us? If she would just let us weather the calamities for a year in Camelot, we never had to worry. I see, so you also have grievance with the High Queen. You know, there's been anti-queen movements popping up around the country. If you want to protest her decision, maybe you could join one of those. Huh? No, I'm not that upset about it. Besides, I can't even imagine defying her. I might be afraid of the calamities, but I'm even more afraid of the Queen's army. There's more to the Queen's power than just having enough magical energy to cover all of Britain, after all. She also has a troop of highly trained fairy soldiers, as well as knights under her protection who command them. Tristan of the Bewitched Bow, Gawain of the Sun, and Lancelot, the Light of the Lake. As long as those three Tam Lin are around, nobody can hope to defy the Queen. Huh? So you're talking about Tam Lin, Barghest, and huh? What? I wonder why they're all so shocked. Alright. Emergency meeting now. We need to talk about the three Tam Lin that have apparently been serving High Queen Morgan this whole time. Also, you already knew about them, Alteria? Well, sure, everyone in Fairy Britain does. Why, are they a problem? Oh yes, this is as shocking as Sir Bedivere when he first wakes up. Alteria, can you please tell us everything you know about them? Okay, I guess I can cover the basics easily enough. It's stuff every fairy in Britain knows. The three Tam Lin are fairies High Queen Morgan has bestowed with names from otherworldly knights. They're the most powerful beings in Fairy Britain, exceeding in magical energy only by the High Queen herself. They're also impervious to Moors corruption, so they're the ones who handle them whenever a group of Moors shows up. Come to think of it, they're known as the Guardians of Britain, sworn to the service of the High Queen. The Knights of the Round Table. A fairy round table. Hey, no fair, I wanted to say that first. Why, do you all have some sort of attachment to the phrase round table or something? We are just talking about a circular table, right? Well, I don't see any way around it. We're just gonna have to tell her about what happened in proper human history. I'll tell you, our world also has a version of Morgan. Though in our case, it was during the 5th century, about 1600 years ago. There was also a certain king who defeated her, thereby uniting Britain and ushering in an age of peace. That king was known as Arthur, but her true name was Alteria Pendragon. Hey, that's my name. Quite a coincidence. It's not just a coincidence. You two are almost likely the same person. What I'm about to say may shock you, but try not to freak out. In our world, you were Britain's great unifier, a king loved and respected by countless knights across the land. That's right, you were the ideal king, chosen by the Sword of Selection, and trained by Merlin himself. You did pretend to be a man during your reign, but aside from that, you were the picture of integrity. As King Arthur, you commanded many lords from all across Britain. Think of them as the equivalent of Fairy Britain's 6 clans. And from those lords, you chose the finest knights to be your Knights of the Round Table, a group of warriors with no equal. In fact, full disclosure, Sir Tristan there is one of them. So from our perspective, knowing that the Knights of the Round Table, Sir Morgan here, is like learning that a group of heroes you always looked up to are now working for the baddest of the bad guys. Can you blame us for being surprised? Are you listening to me, Alteria? Crap, she's so shocked she froze up. Whoa, I guess I really am the child of prophecy then. Part of me always thought that maybe this was all just a big misunderstanding. But now, I'm a little more willing to believe it. I mean, grandfather always said I was born at the same time as the Staff of Selection. Maybe I really can do this after all. In fact, maybe I'll take a page from this Pendragon person's example and save all of Britain too. Plus, we even have a Knight of the Round Table here, that Tristan here is. She's said to be the cruelest, most short-tempered, and wantonly violent of all the Fairy Knight of the Round Table. Her nickname are the Fairy Killer and Tristan of the Bloody Heel. They say she killed almost 400,000 fairies in the 100 years since she was appointed a Tamlin. But you're nothing like her, Tristan. Seeing you fight beside Paragon is kind of like, well, watching a flower dancing in a storm. You always maintain your composure and strive to be gallant and do your best, no matter what the circumstances. There aren't many people like that in Fairy Britain. So the fact that you're putting your trust in me, even though we're from different worlds, is really encouraging. Yes. Indeed, that is how I try to conduct myself. That said, I guess there really is more to being a Tamlin than just a title, huh? Hang on, you said that in your world, Tamlin Tristan was appointed 100 years ago, long after Tristan for proper human history. So if this Tristan is the original, that would make the Tamlin an imitation. Just how we have an imitation child of prophecy around here. But that would mean, has Morgan known about proper human history for more than 100 years? Well, I wasn't planning to tell Terry about King Arthur like this. But I think we should still be fine. Plus, we got to find out about the Tamlin. Really, if we'd run into one of them without any foreknowledge, I think I might have actually died from shock. Anyway, while this Lostbelt Tristan and Gawain may not look like the ones we know, the fact that they share the same name must mean they have many of the same traits as well. So we can expect this Sir Tristan to use Fell Knot and Sir Lancelot to wield Arrow Knight. For sure. Say, where is Tristan anyway? He's in Alteria's room, said he had something he wanted to talk to her about. The White Dragon who tried to destroy Britain back when it was still known as the Isle of Ancient Sacraments. Vortigern, the Cowardly King. The fury of Britain and the personification of his desire to reject the age of humanity. And then there was the avatar of the Red Dragon, born and raised in stark contrast to Vortigern, Alteria Pendragon. The king who protected the people of Britain, preserved his kingdom, and established the human world. While fairies and sacraments may have faded away from Britain as a result, her efforts did succeed at preserving British culture and passing it on to later generations. Strength isn't what made Alteria king. She became king because she fought for Britain's future. That's also why her knights agreed to set aside their differences and join her at the round table. That's right, we all saw hope in our king. She was always cool-headed in battle, fair and impartial in politics. And above all, she truly loved all of Britain. Even with her small stature, she would face down enemies many times her size and strength without her fear of injury. She sounds like a really amazing king. Indeed, she was. I've never known anyone braver or more disciplined or more proud. That said, even she didn't start out as a perfect king. After she drew the sword of selection, she trained with Merlin and Sir Kay day and night for years on end. And that is why you need to try to rush things now, Alteria. It's not a matter of you sharing a name with King Arthur. It is a matter of you sharing her vision. So please have confidence in yourself. I know you can do this. That's nice. King Arthur, a truly accomplished version of me from another world. Man, that's amazing. She must have worked so hard. She was like the Excalibur. Alright, let me do this real quick. Let me fix this one thing right here. No, wait, it's not fixable. Hold on, let me fix it right now. Fixing it. Bear with me. Yeah, alright, let me save this. Alright. Alright, looks good. Alright, fixed it. Alright. Alright, let's see who's up next. We have Azro. Let's see what he has. Andromeda. Oh, we get... Since they're bringing out all the vacation units, might as well use them. You know, we're gonna use Suzuka Gozen, the vacation. I have this unit as well, just not built up. I have so many nice units to pick from. If I remember correctly, I think Suzuka was quick. Yeah, quick. Here you go, this and this, and then do the rest for fun. That's right, looking for leads at the moment. I'm back. You guys should have seen me out there, Mike. I somehow managed to complete 3 tough Oberon quests all in a row. Oh wow, sounds like you're getting kind of desperate. Why don't you have an apple water on the house? Thanks, Mike. That's so considerate of you. You're really getting the hang of this pub owner thing. Ah, cut it out, Da Vinci. It's all thanks to you, my perfect angel. First, we arbitrated a dispute between a wind fairy and an earth fairy over who had the right of sunlight on the main road. Then we had to run a safety check on all the mysterious items, which turned out to be a bunch of bouquets that had been sent to the head of the Wind Clan. And finally, we had to subdue an out-of-control wind fairy who had been unlucky in love for the past 30 years and wanted to have a romance with a human. Dang! Surprisingly, none of this was all that easy. But that does make completing them all the more satisfying. It was great to see everyone so happy. Oh right, I almost forgot. You there, the human. Paragon, was it? You got a guest up in your room, and trust me, she's not the kind of fairy you want to keep waiting. A guest? To see Paragon? Who could it be? Coral. So this is a human bedroom, It's not so different from ours. No, that's not right. We wouldn't even have rooms like these if not for humans. Really, we're the ones who should be thanking them. That's right, because the fairies, all they do is imitate. Pardon me. So you're back, human. You did well with the farm incident yesterday. As a wind fairy myself, you have my thanks. No problem. So, is that all you wanted to say, or? We may have received word of your missing companion. Every human captured in South Britain is taken to a ranch out west, and a new human was brought there 3 days ago. It may be the one you've been searching for. If you wish to go rescue it, I'll arrange for a guide to show you the way. Tonight, I'll have a few soldiers stationed outside Salisbury. You are to rendezvous with them and finish your rescue before the night is over. I also have a message for your Lady Aurora. She said, I hope you find your friend there. Thanks, Coral. Don't thank me. Thank Lady Aurora. Now, if you excuse me, I must return to my post. I don't know what it is that brought you here, and I know I'm in no position to offer advice. But you should know that the ranch belongs to the High Queen, and that is very well guarded. So, that's the scope. Wow, when they said it takes 2 to 3 days, I didn't expect them to actually come through that fast. Impressive. So this human was brought in 3 days ago, huh? Then we don't have a moment to waste. I don't know what kind of facility this ranch is, but now is not the time for cowardice. I agree. Oberon might not be back yet, but seeing as we have a guide, I'm sure he'd be fine with it. So what are you gonna do, Alteria? This matter not really only concerns us, so we understand if you'd rather stay behind. I'll be glad to help. Plus, I'm dying to find out what the real Mash is like since I inadvertently used her name for a while. And besides, I'm feeling a little more confident about after these last few days. Be it infiltration, lockpicking, or brewing sleep potions, I'm sure I can handle it just fine now with my Merlin Magecraft. Great, you'll have to tell me more about this Merlin Magecraft later though. It would seem those soldiers there are our guides. This is quite a surprise. I thought these soldiers would be fairies, not humans. Oh yeah, most of Salisbury soldiers are actually human. They may not hold a candle to fairies when it comes to sheer combat ability, but they have no problem with using weapons. And above all, the Moors don't pose any immediate threat to them. So yeah, human soldiers are basically the fairies' Moors' countermeasure. Most of the clans treat them as disposable tools, but Aurora sees the value of human soldiers, even appointing the more talented ones to serve as her personal guards. Remember the ones we saw protecting the great cathedral? The fact that they were so strong is proof that Aurora's given those humans various rights. Are you feeling okay? Just a little nervous. I've never been around so many humans before. It doesn't make any sense, does it? I mean, I'm obviously fine with you. Quiet. They noticed us. 2. Hey, you there. The suspicious looking ones. You, the outsider Coral told us about. I can't believe you actually showed up. Why now of all times? This is exactly the sort of pain in the ass I don't need. Oh well, if this is what Lady Aurora wants, then fine. Follow us, we'll show you the way to the ranch. Be warned, it's a 2-hour walk, so you better have everything ready before we get going, do you? Yep, thanks for showing us the way. Man, you guys are dressed in the weirdest clothes I've ever seen. Lady Aurora sure does love her novelties, doesn't she? Not very happy to see us, are they? They probably think of us as a bunch of annoying pests moving in on their beloved Lady Aurora. Even so, that doesn't change the fact that they're helping us. We should be grateful to them for that. Come on, Paragon. I'm afraid we won't be able to talk for a while, but at least that should help us make... good time. We're here. This is the West Human Ranch. Human Ranch? That's right. We used to live here too. We were assigned to a horrid fairy who robbed us of everything we had. Down to our dignity, before throwing us away like so much trash. Us stray humans had nowhere to go until Lady Aurora took us in. We became soldiers so that we could win the freedom Lady Aurora showed us was possible. We support overthrowing the Queen too. But we're nothing like the trendy rebel army who's counting on the so-called Child of Prophecy to bail them out. Rebel army, I've heard of them mentioned before. Does that mean there's an anti-Queen movement outside Salisbury too? Yep, the rebel army's situated in the old castle ruins out east. They claim to want to free all of Britain, and they even have the gall to call themselves the Round Table. Oh wow. Still, they're definitely a force to be reckoned with. They're led by a human who actually survived against Lancelot in a joust in Camelot. Morgan herself offered him a reward, saying that he proved himself equal to a Tamlin. Let's see, I think his name was Percival. Percival the White Light, the man who reached the limits of human ability. Oh, so Percival's over there. Morgan was so impressed with him that she commanded him to join her forces in Camelot, even though he's human. But instead, he refused her command and formed the rebel army. That explains why we don't have Percival Tamlin. Or Percival Fairy, I should say. Hey, that's enough. It's too dangerous to stay here any longer. If anyone sees us here, Lady Aurora is the one who'll pay the price. Let's just ditch these backwater fairies and head back to Salisbury already. I'll take it that means you guys were only here to show us the way. And that sneaking into the ranch and looking for our companion is entirely our job. You're dang right it is. Hell, you should be thanking us just for taking you this far. The Wind Clan might be good at everything, but they don't have the right temperament for combat. If Morgan ever thinks they're rebelling against her, Lady Aurora is good as dead, along with all the Salisbury. Even knowing all that, Lady Aurora still asks us to help you. So you listen to me, whatever you do, don't you dare mention Salisbury if you get caught. Got that? You better not bite the head that fed you. Not if you lot have any pride at all in being human. Okay, let's discuss our next move. I just finished analyzing the ranch interior structure. From what I can tell, there are 6 big factories in the middle of the complex and about 30 small ones. I didn't sense any heat sources in the big factories, so those are probably shut down now. But the small factories have lots of heat signals. There seems to be about 60 humans inside. What do you think, Paragon? If we scale the castle walls, we could probably sneak inside without the guards spotting us. Are you mad about something? Oh, not at all. I'm just concentrating on seeing what things are like inside. Now let's forget about those whiners who ran off on us and focus on finding MASH. You still have your connection to MASH through your contract, Paragon. Can you sense anything? If you can, that'd be the fastest, easiest way to find her. It's hard to tell. Maybe, maybe not. Then there are probably too many cross lines to say for sure. Honestly, I'm feeling the same thing. There are just too many contracts going around Fairy Britain. Maybe whenever a fairy takes possession of a human, they form a bond that's similar to a servant contract. If I'm right about that, the only way we'll know whether MASH is here is if we see for ourselves. Tristan, do you think you can carry Paragon and Altaria up the castle wall? Well, don't worry about me. I'll get up there with my roller skates. Of course, it'll be the quietest and most graceful liar work you'll ever see. Both of you, over here please. Then I'll lead the way. The western wall is the most lightly guarded right now. So let's go in there. Let's go in from there. It looks just like a town on the inside too. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Altaria, I assume those large factories you spoke of earlier are those complexes, and the small ones are those homes. That's right. Humans kept at ranches like these are shipped out with their creativity intact. So they should be confined in houses rather than pens. Just ignore the large factories. We won't find MASH there. It's not birthing season yet, so there shouldn't be anything inside them. There's something here. A surveillance familiar. It must have been disguised as a street lamp. I can't believe I messed up again. I'm sorry everyone, but we need to take it out now before it calls in reinforcements. Oh goodness. There's a bunch of them. Oh, just survive. Okay, no problem. Yep, this is my Akko. MP2, strong and ready. Yeah! I missed out on it. I got her in last stream during the last last 10 minutes of the previous stream. I was like, dang. And then she came home finally. Took a while though. Yeah, and then like finally at the end of it was a win because after all that, you passed out. Understandable. But yeah, we got Akko now, so that's cool. Let's do this. it was like a sword in the stone. Pulled it out finally. Oh goodness, she got those devil numbers. So I think it was the extra attack that goes AoE. Increases attack. Can't remember. I got to use her. There's one of these attacks become AoE. So sitting in the dusty cut, what? I was like, I've used it every single day now. I mean, every single time I fought. Now I was like, oh yeah, definitely gonna get her bond up there. Number of magic bullets. Avenger Kama. Oh, true. The summer one. Good choice. I can't remember which one was AoE. Wow. Goodness. So you already got all of it juiced up. It's like, but more. Let me see which one of these was AoE. I can't remember. Let me try. Can't switch your wifey? Understandable. Okay, that was AoE. The Buster was AoE. Okay, cool. Oh my goodness. This is good for the endurance battle. Alright. And then I could do this. And then just knock them all out again. Oh, I wanted to keep playing her. Oh man, that was pretty fun though. So like they keep coming and just kept doing the farm wave after wave. All right, the human farm. Or let's see. right, and then we choose yours to the 4th slot. Let me see if you're here. There you are. Or fighting caster, so rider. Let me see what else you have here. This is good old Odysseus. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to Horseman. Horseman coming through. Keeping it fresh. I still think his fight could have been a bit tougher. His fight wasn't too bad. It was quite balanced in the Olympus Lostbelt. Alright, let's do like this. This is good. Dang it, they just keep coming. There must be a fairy close by, making more of them or something. Can you find them, Paragon? I do it myself, but I've got my hands full with these familiars. I'm on it. There's something hiding in that building shadow. You're correct. There's no sound at all coming from there. I suppose they think they're hidden themselves perfectly. But nothing can stand between my symphony and my enemy. How do you like your midsection cut into quarters? What are you people? Whatever you just did was neither human nor fairy. You're obviously not Moors, and you're not with the Round Table Army. Are you the child of prophecy then? Ha, this is great. Things are finally going my way. I am Knight Karat, no mere child of prophecy's magecraft can ever hope to match our High Queen. Oh, he's a High Queen supporter. High Queen Morgan herself bestowed this armor upon me. It'll take more than a few swings of a sword to shatter it. Oh, and prideful too. Huh, who is that in there? Whoever they are, they're no ordinary fairy. Please be careful, everyone. I'm guessing this is one of the Tamlin we heard about. What, that horse thing is the Tamlin? The horse? Let me see, was this single target AoE to all enemies? Okay, that's good. Let's do this.
やるぞ奥間サガネの化身蹂躙の語源全て一撃で終わらせようトロイヤ一発あがよ
Alright, let's see what she can do against this. Even though it's not a class advantage, but I still want to see what she does. What does this do? Well, okay, for himself, okay.
Madam, 展開サポートお願いね。
Let's go with
な
this.
るほど
青神だーやり
光を
Goodness. Well, it's not too bad.
なるほど
私好みそこでいい子
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, okay, he's not playing around. that was a faux diff right there.
スピンドル展開
Oh, she has Solomon defense, that's nice.
おうほう
私好み
貫けこれくらい
やり追加
Is that for one turn or is that one? Two left, okay. So I combo him up. Hmm.
私まだ展開
木馬で出る
銀河の波の一手で思ってるの
アイビス接続後部角の声で発進殲滅警戒で叩くトロイヤ一発こいつで決まりだ
Wait, how many guts he has? One left? Okay. One guts left.
ほうなるほど
私好み
光を
ディスターションどう最新の魔法使いの活躍満足できた
I can't believe it. A knight of Camelot falling to such insignificant whelps. Did we get him? I did it. I really won. That Tam Lin was super duper strong, but I still managed to beat him. I don't think that was a Tam Lin, to be honest. That thing was pretty free. And I couldn't have done it without all of you. I'm afraid that was almost certainly just an ordinary night. That's what I'm thinking too. For one thing, there was no grants among the knights of the round table. And for another, look over there. Oh yeah. Oh crap. 3 more knights, each with the same incredible magic energy as the last one. And we were just barely a match for him alone. There's no way we could take on 3. Come on, Paragon, let's get out of here for now. What about MASH? There, we're through the gates. Squads 1 and 3. We'll take out Morgan at the front. Squad 2, take control of the factories. Get our comrades out before they're disposed of. Reinforcements from the castle gates? Dang it. So the child of prophecy was just a decoy. First we need to take back the gates and be careful. These soldiers are for the long-lived rebel army. Don't underestimate them. Some of them are armed with iron weapons laced with Morse poison. Well now, I wasn't expecting reinforcements. That must be the rebel army we learned about earlier. Individually, they may not be as strong as fairies, but quantity is a quality of all its own. At this point, it's only a matter of time until they defeat those 3 fairy knights. So it would seem, man, that was too close for comfort. Still, once the rebels are done with the fairies, we can't be sure they won't turn their swords on us. Come on, Paragon. Let's look for MASH while everyone's occupied. We should save making contact with the rebel army for after that. Can you show us where to go, Alteria? Right, of course. Don't worry. I'm a great lockpicker. And besides, Da Vinci's right. We can't be sure the rebel army will see us as allies. So let's find MASH and get out of here before anyone else sees us. Well, dang. I should have figured the locks in the Queen's own facility would be really tough nuts to crack. True, the Round Table army did manage to open the other 29 houses in the time it took us to open one. I can't even claim credit for this one, since the Round Table army ended up opening it too. Now, cheer up, Alteria. I mean, as a tech genius myself, I definitely get how you feel. But the important thing is that all the humans being kept in these houses were freed. It's too bad we didn't find MASH, but that doesn't mean this was all a waste. At least now we know she wasn't captured, and really, isn't that way better? Yeah, you're right. Wherever MASH is, I'm sure she's okay. Okay everyone, this way please. Don't worry, we have plenty of food and jackets to go around. We'll be on our way as soon as we've gotten everyone's names and check you all for injuries. Also, if anyone knows about any other human being kept here, please let us know. I can't believe it. It's an army of humans. An army of humans defeated the Queen soldiers. Then the rumors of the Round Table army were true. We don't have to do what they say anymore. We can go outside now, really? Hell no, it's still dangerous. But the knights said that outside was so dangerous that humans would die instantly, and that we should stay here and study until we grow up. 2 years. 2 years since I last got to go outside. I have to hurry back to Gloucester. I got separated from someone there, someone I care about deeply. That poor child, I only hope she was able to get by without me. I must say, I'm very impressed by the Round Table Army's leadership. They even took the knights they defeated into custody, sparing their lives instead of killing them. They are a properly disciplined army, not a lawless mob of killers. So it was Percival, the strongest of all human knights, who formed the Round Table Army. How this gladdens me. Well, I'm sure he isn't the same Sir Percival I knew. This other one's certainly doing his namesake proud. Oh, it's you guys. Thank you for your assistance earlier. It was a big help. We've been investigating this ranch closely for the past few months, so we knew his security would be the lightest today. But we definitely didn't know we wouldn't be the only ones making a move. I was especially surprised to see just the 4 of you manage to take out one of the Morgan's knights. We were prepared to lose up to 20% of our soldiers, but thanks to you guys, we got off with no more than a handful of casualties. So which city rebel army are you from? I don't think I've seen you around the south before. Are you from the north then? I've heard there was some trouble up in the Sheffield. Maybe that's where you're from? Altaria? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you people really? Oh, I see. I forget that we're still the only ones who don't distinguish between fairies and humans in our head counts. Sorry if I offended you when I counted all four of you the same. Oh no, that's quite alright. Is everyone in the Round Table army like you? I don't know about that. We all have our own goals and our ways of thinking. But one thing we all have in common is our faith in our commander. We all agree that Percival's ideals are worth fighting for. He's always talking about how the Child of Prophecy will appear one day, and how he wants to assemble as many like-minded allies as he can in the meantime. He says that way, when the Child of Prophecy finally does appear, there'll be a firm anti-Queen foundation in place to help take some of the heavy burden off their shoulders. But even yammering from me, it looks like they're done with the roll call, so we're going to start escorting these people to Lonelium. Want to come with us? We're always looking for more strong warriors like yourselves. I'm sorry, but we have to pass for now. That's right, we really appreciate the invitation, but we're actually trying to find a missing person right now. Gotcha, well, that's too bad, but understand. You all take care of them. Hope you're able to find this missing person of yours soon. I guess that's that then, but you made the right call, Paragon. Honestly, I'm impressed you were able to turn him down. Well, I could tell Terry wasn't too keen on it, so... Well, I would like to learn more about this Round Table army. Finding Mash absolutely comes first. I'm just not the right... It's just not the right time to join forces with them yet. Exactly. I knew one of the original Knights of the Round Table would understand. You're a real gentleman's gentleman. Well, I am Tristan, Child of Sadness, not a knight who lives and dies on chivalry alone. That said, if Sir Bedivere were here too, I may have been able to force to make a difficult... Paragon, get back. The sounds have changed. So you attacked when security was at its lightest, huh? Devious of you, I'll give you that. It's bogus. But it won't win you the day. That's exactly the pathetic sort of conviction I expect from humans. If you thieves are going to scuttle around in the shadows, you can't complain if you end up crushed under someone's boot. What's going on with this magical energy signal? I can't even get a reading on it. Is that knight keeping those creatures tied up in chains? Squad 2, Squad 3, are you alright? Dang it. How many soldiers did we just lose? Are we the only ones who survived? That wall of flame, it can't be. Huh, so if you yet live, that flame would have consumed you all if we had been in an open field. But this ranch belongs to the High Queen Morgan herself. I can't raise it to the ground. So I'll crush the rest of you with my own horns. Go on, humans, try to fight back. Show me you're truly brave and I'll be merciful. Show me you are cowards and you'll have nothing for me. This can't be happening. What is she doing here? That great sword, wreathed in black flame, silver white armor, fairy eating black dogs. It's Tamley Gawain. Why is the queen right-hand woman here? You. Charred. If you refuse to take up your swords, then you aren't worthy to cross horns with me. We didn't even try to protect that guy. He just got cooked. We've captured all these escaped humans, Lady Godwin. We'll soon have the rest of these thieves captured as well. It'll be easy. We have 3 fairies for every human. No need for that. They're my quarry. I'll handle this myself. I felt the same power from Godwin in the Holy City. Or no, not that Godwin. Does she do it constantly? You too, huh? I thought you'd be different from the other humans, but it seems I was wrong. But the good thing is she's not at full power, because she's not fighting when the sun is out. You're just like any other livestock in Fairy Britain. Gristly meat like yours won't even make a decent snack. Don't bother telling me who you are. I couldn't care less. The High Queen's told me all about you, boy. You must be the master from proper human history. How does she know? Oh, spare me the surprise. The High Queen has told the Tamlin about the outside world you call proper human history. She also commanded us to capture you alive if the opportunity presented itself. Capture you, huh? How unlike her. Listen well, you shameless intruders. You uppity primates have a lot of nerve barging into Fairy Britain like you own it. Tell me, in your world, it's considered courteous to welcome visitors from afar, right? Very well then, take up your swords, and I'll give you all the welcomes you want. I am Gawain, Knight of the Fairy Round Table, sworn to protect Britain. Now, with this name bestowed upon me by the High Queen, I shall destroy you without mercy. Alright, so we're fighting Bogus. Oh, Archer City? Okay, we can do Archer City. Let me see if we have him here. I'd say Scorpio's login has disappeared. It's been a while. So let me see. We'll give him 3 though. 1. And then 2. Oh, there he is. Alright, cool. We could just do Deja Vu repeat what we did with Gawain and the other Lostbelt. I remember we used Super Orion hacks. So we took the first Gawain from that singularity out with Super Orion, and we could take this one out with Super Orion, you know? It's just like history repeats itself. And let me get my coin sky real quick. Yeah, Super Orion hacks, yeah. Just like good old big damage. That's how we killed OG Gawain. We gotta do that. Here we go. Do like this. And then we get my archers out too, just in case. This. And then bring Altaria like this. Alright. I say that looks good. We'll play Akko for fun, because Super Orion's going to carry us all the way. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's a nice music. Oh, it just survived? Okay. I got the immune debuff. Change the invincible effect to antidote. Okay. Oh, I like that. I just noticed that. They have the alignment here, lawful good and stuff. Maybe they had that for a long time, but I just noticed it now. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Wait, what does she do? Foul weather. Game resist all. Okay, so she's gonna stand there. Same as Berserker. Increase your attack when enemies defeat. Oh, dang. Apply target focus to a single element at the end of the turn. Wow. So you gotta watch out for that.
発展途上ですのでこれくらい余裕今度こそ決める
Might as well give him guts.
狙いを定めて浮上は女神によろしく天下無双の力見せてやら
He's not gonna do any damage because of all those things. But might as well see how much it is, right?
宝具使うの？あいやっと
見つけた
我が宿命月女神に恋ね
They should do 0.
肉体に合力を精神に冷徹をアルテミスアグネスつぶれ
Okay, she actually did something. Okay. Oh, wow. She takes command spells away? Very unique.
Arene. 最初の底から今はの星へブレーンソンをひとまたぎお待たせちょっとだけ地球を救いに帰ってきたわ
It's just an endurance battle though, we're chilling.
ディストーションこの剣にかけて私の
Oh, there goes Koinskaya.
無理ですね。コヤンスカヤ、森に帰ります。
Well, it's a good thing I have her since she can do the evasion as needed. Let's do this. And then do this. I'm not gonna eat any damage, forget that. Alright, let's do this, this, and this. Gotta put her on ice. Oh, we almost broke a whole bar on her though. I wonder if we could break a bar on her. Just to send a message. Oh my goodness. We break a bar. Oh, okay, let me just shuffle this again. Okay, nothing Orion, but that's well. I do have the arts, I guess. Might as well. I'm gonna get this too. Alright. And let's just do this, this. And might as well just charge up the arts. Oh, we're gonna break her next turn. Dang, she removes buffs too? Holy smokes. Alright, here we go. We're gonna break her here. And we're just in time with Lady Avalon too. For this. And we have the Guts back. Guts back here too. Alright, let's kill it in style. I think we could do triple Orion, we'll be fine. Actually, let's do this. Send a message to this.
この時代だとこのプランよね
And then this. Broker.
ストレンジダウンチャームトップ術式拡大衛星電解放バーナー点火行くわよアースライパーシングバーナー弱い
Oh, you just had to break a bar from her. Okay. The music is nice though. We give her a run for her money. My mind is fading. Stay with me, Paragon. Oh no, he's seriously drained. I don't know how she's doing it, but that time Lin is somehow eating his command spells. I never felt feedback quite like this before. It's still completely pathetic, but there's still something more to it. You there, that look, it's not fear or despair. Is that hatred? Good, you figured out that much, at least. It's been a while, hasn't it? I could have gone my entire life without seeing you again and been happy. Oh well. You know her, Alteria? I don't know you. I don't remember ever seeing a pipsqueak like you before. Are you some weed I stepped on or something? Either way, don't talk to me again until you're grown more. It's a little pain in the neck looking down to talk to you. Not that a runt like you is likely to do much growing. Why you? But enough talk. You intruders will get no mercy from me. I have no more time to waste on you. Die now, humans and servants alike. Huh? A bowstring? Indeed. A bewitched, unbreakable bowstring I can wield however I wish, to be more specific. You'll never be able to get past it, no matter how strong you are. So it would seem. Is this one of the Wing Clan's threads? I'm surprised there were still any left. But so what? You don't actually think you can defeat me with this, do you? Defeat you? No? Detain you, yes. Da Vinci, Alteria, take Paragon and get him out of this town. I'll hold Gawain here and ensure she doesn't come after you. You got it, honestly. It's not gonna be easy, but I'll make sure he makes it out of here no matter what. Come on, Paragon. I'll carry you in my mechanical arms. Stand up, Alteria. I'll carry you too if I could, but I'm not afraid. I just can't. Huh, but what about you, Tristan? Don't worry about me. It would seem this is where I die. No, not Tristan. Huh, you're not serious, right? You can't just throw your life away like that. Besides, you're too injured to. It's alright. Besides, this isn't the first time I've faced down Sir Gawain like this. Besides, I already thought of a trump card I could use against her. If all works out, I should be able to catch up to you soon enough. That's it, I'm afraid I can't use it with all of you here. Go, my king, please hurry. You're still at the beginning of your journey. Just about to hit that fail knot on it. Okay, I'm ready. Come on, follow me. If you can't keep up, I'm going to leave you behind. You get that, right? Let me guess, you decided to sacrifice yourself to let your companions escape. Oh, come now. That should have gone without saying. You really are Sir Gawain. Your body is strong and hard as a rock, but then so is your head. Tell me something. Are all servants like you? Pawns who are willing to throw their lives away for their master because they neither fear death nor what it is truly to live. I don't know what I put it. I don't know that I put it that way. Even servants hope to avoid death. In fact, I say we face death even more than we did when we were alive. For we who are experienced know all too well how miraculous it is to be summoned. We know that this opportunity will never come again. We know how rare it is to be granted dreams even after death. Most of all, we know what dying feels like. We know how painful, how bitter, how sad it can be. Oh, is it the great monologue? Or is it the great sacrifice? You may think that we can bear it because we've experienced it before, but you would be wrong. Death is something living things can only bear once. To suffer the pain of my own death over and over, or to make others grieve my passing several times, is simply more than I can take. If I may confide, I'm hoping that you'll let me escape with my life. Whether you live or die here is entirely up to you. The only one I mean to kill is your master. If you're willing to stand down, I'm willing to let you go. It would be a shame to waste this impressive technique of yours. Even if your master were dead, you could still live a good life here in Fairy Britain. No, Tanlin Gawain, I could not. This is why I am going to stop you. It is the least I can do to repay the debt I owe to the one who trusted in my knighthood, even when I was fighting against him in a moment of my weakness. I know nothing of your life or circumstance, and I confess I don't care a whit about your idea of justice. My only interest is in using this life of mine for the one I love, no matter what it takes. You tied my whole body up with string? When did you do that? But so what? If you think a mere human can hold me down, you're... what is this? How is it even possible? Is it intertwined with his life? How did you put these strings all over town without any magical energy? I never saw you move your hands. Indeed, these restraints rely on weight, not strength. The mass of this very town, this accumulation of human technology, is what holds you in place. Thanks to our earlier battle, I know very well how strong you are, and I know you cannot break these restraints with brute force alone. I may no longer have the fingers of my right hand, but I still have my mouth. Now, otherworldly knight, prepare to face the full force of my airstrike. What? You say it's a lowly human technology that holds me in place? That does it. You deserve to die a miserable death after all, servant. I'm going to dash any hopes you had of this pathetic trick working. Here comes the budget. Oh man. Oh, and then she just claps back just like that. Dang. He tried though. Are you hurt, Lady Gawain? And what are we going to do about the ranch? Don't worry about it. I'll take full responsibility when reported to Her Majesty. She looks unscathed. No blood, no nothing. Now, gather all our fastest runners and go after that human and servant who managed to escape. You should be able to catch up to them quicker than me right now. I'll join afterwards. Don't worry. I'm not just saying it, like the idiot knight did a moment ago. Once you catch up, surround and restrain them, but don't kill them until I get there. She is unscathed? Yes, Lady Gawain, consider it done. She was like, what is this? I just had to blow up the whole field real quick. Like some DBZ type thing. That hurt more than I expected. My whole body's still a little numb. I should have asked that man's name. He deserved that much before I killed him. Hold on, what was that whiny? What was that sound? Sorry, I'll explain that later. Right now, we need to get away from the fairies chasing us. Can you stand up? Can you run? Okay, I'm gonna put you down then. Now run for it. How can Earth Clan fairies be so fast? They're almost on us, Da Vinci. Dang it, after all, and after Tristan managed to buy us some time. But what can we do? There's nowhere to hide out. Huh, what's that sound? Oh good, I made it. I heard you guys were in trouble, so I figured, hey, Fairy King Oberon to the rescue. You guys know what carriages are, right? Great, then get in. I'll catch you all up later. Huh, a carriage? As in a carriage? The county clan heads are allowed to use? That's right. Tools that exploit humans are prohibited by British law. Oh, it's Lobu, or I think that's the name was Lobu. But there are some fairies out there who voluntarily provide such labor themselves. My name's Redrabit, the Fey Horse. I'm a Fang Clan fairy who's always been fascinated with carriage culture. I usually serve Lady Aurora, but just this once, I agreed to serve Lord Oberon as well. Something tells me this is fate at work, so why not sit back and see how great a carriage ride can be. Red Rabbit. There's a whole lot I like to comment on here, but for now, I'll just say, great timing Oberon. Come on guys, get on. These soldiers will never catch us now. Clever of them. Do you know who that carriage belongs to? No, my lady. One of our soldiers used to build carriages, but he said he didn't recognize the design. He thinks one of the clans must have made it without the High Queen's permission. I'm so sorry we couldn't be of more help. No matter. Call the soldiers back. We're returning to Camelot. Are you sure, my lady? I don't have time to go around chasing after rats. No, scratch that. They're not even rats. Britain is the High Queen's garden, and no garden is entirely free of pests. I just let my temper get the better of me this time. Next time we meet, I'll grind them beneath my boot. Assuming I ever do meet them again, of course. We have someone much better at squishing bugs in any case. Oh, you mean Fair Lancelot, the strongest talent in all of Britain. Oh, so they're talking about Melusine. She'll crush those bugs in no time, no matter where they try to hide. Why are you talking about Lady Lancelot in front of Lady Gawain, you idiot? Have you got a death wish? Forgive me, Lady Gawain. I meant no disrespect. You are, of course, the strongest of the top. It's alright, you're correct. She is the strongest. But watch your tongue next time. She's not the strongest of the Tomlin. She's the strongest creature in all of Fairy Britain. She isn't even the same category as us. Do remember that. Yes, my lady. I'll never forget it again. Good. Now bring the captured humans here so I can deal with them before we leave. Please. You got it all wrong. This wasn't our fault. Those soldiers opened our doors without asking. I told them we didn't want to go. Please don't kill me. I'll never hope for freedom again. I still have 10 years left. Doesn't that make me a valuable slave? Please just spare me. Ah. Dang. Oh, okay. Oh, he got spared, alright. Know your place, dog. Any human who so much as thinks about running away is worthless, even as a slave. This new form suits you much better. By the time I'm done breaking you in, maybe you'll be ready to rejoin your fellow human slaves. Transformed into one of Bacchus's dogs. Alright, let's see what we have planned for next week. How many nodes is next week? Oh wow, next week is manageable, but we'll have to see what comes after that one. So, Oh, let's do the quick multi here. Well, if we get Anger Manu, we'll go for one of the gates. But let's go here. Let's see what we get here. Alright. Alright. Nothing out of the ordinary there. So, that brings us to the end of this stream. I appreciate you all for sticking around. The story was getting good near the end right there. And hopefully, see you next time. You're going like this. You'll catch up, bro? Okay. Yeah. Hopefully see you next time. Adios. Bye-bye.